Hi, it's Margaret Michelle Birdsong. I'm talking about the initiated. The Bible, King James Version, King James has being as Dr. Seuss and has being as Robin Michelle Birdsong, author of Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail. It's a children's moral tale available at Amazon.com and Amazon Kindle. This is a picture of Robin Michelle Birdsong. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, being as Venita Michelle Long Holmes of Clarksville, Tennessee. Solomon, the son of David being as Pastor James David Manning of Harlem, New York, the king of Israel. Israel, I sense real. Okay, that would be me, Eve, mother of all living. Verse 2, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Verse 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom. Note from Eve, the Wisdom Center in Fort Worth, Texas, had Dr. Mike Murdock, an evangelist, over 50 years, as being as the Jewish convert to Christianity, the Apostle Paul, thought to be the most important voice in Christianity after Christ. Verse 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Proverbs 4, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. My son sing birdsong, said Eve, when he was a very young man, wanted to know about himself from me, his mother. I told him without hesitation that he was a genius. He wanted to know more. He wanted specifics. He said, genius at what? I said, the obvious, music. Singh had already mastered playing from the heart, self-taught guitar player. He was. I told Singh he was a musical genius before I knew consciously that he's being, in parallel lives, classical music genius Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Decoded. W for world, L for will. It's actually W-O for world. L for will, F-G for feeling, A-N for angel, Michael, A-M for am, A for at, D for deity, E for Eve energy, U-S for us. Put it all together, it says world will feeling. Angel Michael, am a deity. Eve energy, us. Adam, you, Michael Bublé. She's Eve, Venus, goddess of love, wife of God. God is love. Mozart decoded. M for music, O for ordered, O-Z for Oz, A-R-T, art. Music ordered Oz, art of operation on and healing of the heart. Dr. Oz, being as Jesus Christ's disciple, St. Matthew, being as Dr. Mehmet Oz, TV host and heart surgeon. Sing birdsong Oh, let's get his picture. Sing Birdsong Being as musical and jazz composer George Gershwin. Oh, let's see, I'm struggling to get Sing's picture out with my left hand. Here it is. This is Sing Birdsong. And this is Sing Birdsong singing. Here he's standing with Rick Kelly, a master guitar craftsman who made a guitar for Sing out of the beams in our 100-plus-year-old tenement. Sing said the sound was amazing. Okay, I said Sing is a music, classical, and jazz genius composer George Gershwin. Sing being as the greatest instrumentalist in the history of rock music, Jimi Hendrix, who was a paratrooper with the Screaming Eagles 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, now headquartered at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Sing Birdsong being as Broadway musical composer genius Richard Rodgers has being as projection Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone, has being as projection Greek electronic music genius composer Vangelis. Sing Birdsong projection of Jesus Christ being as Charan Singh Ji. See pictures in RSSB book, which I call the Current Pictorial Bible, Legacy of Love, by Radhasamy Satsang Vyas. Head Gurinder Singh Dhillon. Gurinder Singh Dhillon now retiring to change focus after having sat and sung to taking a stand to sing a song. From satsang to stand song. S for C, T for True, A-N for Angel, Mild Red, Michelle Anderson, A-N-D-S for Anderson, and her son. Sing Birdsong, grandson of God, S for Son, O for Av, G for God. Sing Birdsong, grandson of God. Okay, and I said Gurinder Singh Dhillon, he sat and sang. He spoke teachings. African proverb says, if you can speak, you can sing. Okay, God on earth, Jesus Christ in human form, Raji Charan Singh Ji. J for Jesus, I for I, E-Y-E for I, Eve's husband. Charan Singh Ji, Jesus, I, Eve's husband. Santa Claus. Not only was Charan Singh Jesus Christ, he was also Santa Claus. You probably want to see a picture of Jesus Christ in his current form. First of all, these are some pictures of some of his disciples doing Midi Seva, it's called. They're moving dirt, the earth, from one place to another, just as heaven is being moved from the sky down to earth, the physical form. They get to build the foundation here of a building to help the helpless. I think they're making a foundation for one of the free hospitals at Dara. Okay, and this is a form of the current form of Jesus Christ, who actually merged into the form of Govinda Singh Dhillon, the head of Radhaswami Satsang Vyas, who I was talking to you earlier about, is going to change his focus. Okay, focus. F-O for Shiva consciousness of Adam and Eve. U.S. is Adam and Eve, us, and U.S. is under the sun, and U.S. is United States. Okay, so Govinda Singh is changing his focus. Well, let's do this. Focus equals for consciousness of Adam and Eve and those under the sun, and especially the United States, at Eve, Earth, Heart, Talk and Share, Source. Okay, so Govinda Singh is changing his focus from sitting and singing songs to standing and singing songs. He's been a rock star many times. In other words, Nat King Cole, Louis Armstrong, Jackie Wilson, Billy Eckstine, Dean Martin, Ricky Nelson. These are the forms of Govinda Singh. Some were projections, like Jerry Butler, and further projections, Luther Vandross, Barry White, Paul Simon, Bobby Hatfield of the Righteous Brothers, Frankie Valli, Frank Zappa of the Mothers of Invention, Ted Neely, star of Jesus Christ Superstar, Bryan Adams, Michael Bolton, Pierce Brosnan, Remington Steele, featured in hit musical movie Mamma Mia, and Sir Paul McCartney, who wrote Michelle, My Belle. See video on Michelle Birdsong YouTube channel uploads called I Love You Michelle, Yeah Baby, for clues to her earlier life of Eve, Mary Magdalene, wife of Christ, Venus, goddess of love, wife of God, who is love, Mildred Michelle Birdsong, wife of recording artist Edwin Birdsong, being as Bach, and Irving Berlin. Govinda Singh Dhillon has being as Marshall Dillon, who cleaned up Dodge City, as well as the many rock stars already mentioned. Charan Singh G, being as Jesus Christ said, I wasn't born to be a rock star. He was born to be a legend. Charan Singh wrote about his master, Sarwan Singh Ji, now being as Michael John Spear of West Covina, California, and San Francisco, California. Okay, let's decode San Francisco. F for feeling, R for her, A-N for angel, Michelle, I for N for North, C for Carolina, feelings, her angel Michelle, in North Carolina, solidified, no, pleasure solidified, made solid, consciousness ordered, mild, red, and baby. Baba G, I made a baby. Aria Elizabeth Michelle. That was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 2018. Eve talks about the initiator. In the service, so Charan Singh wrote here in the book Legacy of Love, in the service of my guru, the perfect master, Hazur. Okay, Guru, you, Urdu, Azure, H for heaven, A-Z-U-R for Azura, Guru. This is Azura, Guru lost in Radhaswami history, being as Robin Michelle Birdsong. Dr. Seuss and King James. Azura is Adam and Eve's youngest child, being as Robin Michelle Birdsong, born in the USA, New York City. Born in the USA, song by Bruce Springsteen. See video, Oh Mary, Don't You Weep. Pharaoh's army got drowned in the Red Sea. Red Sea decoded, R for Radha, S for Sami, E for energy, D for deeded. Radhaswami energy deeded to teach members of the Holy Royal Family. To each, not to teach. Radhaswami energy deeded to each member of the Holy Royal Family. Okay, over here. Drown, D-R for doctor. O-W-N-E-D for owned. Dr. Freud owned. Feel, F for feel. H-E-R for her. E-V-E for Eve. W-N for one. N-O-W. Dr. Freud owned. Feel, Eve owned. One, now. Now. N for newly, O for ordered, mild red, W world. Newly ordered, mild red, Michelle Birdsong, Eve's world, to Mother Eve's liking. Newly ordered world to Mother Eve's liking. In the service of my guru, wrote Charan Singh, the perfect master, Hazur, Baba Sawan Singh. The Urdu words reproduced above, these words here, were noted by Maharaji across his desk diary during the last day he worked in his office. He was a perfect lover. Lover decoded. L for love, O for overcomes, V, E-V for evil. Love overcomes evil. I think its legacy of love is wonderful. What happened was Babaji Gurinder Singh Dhillon asked disciples all over the world to send pictures they had of Maharaji, Jesus Christ. This was a massive undertaking. There are about 4 million Satsangis, disciples. Gurinder Singh Dhillon approved each picture and entry in the book, Legacy of Love, before it was included. Charan Singh Ji, being as Jesus Christ, was Eve and Gurinder Singh Dhillon's